want to implement something nice for your navigation bar for your next project, this will be a cool way of doing that, to actually add some kind of user friendly and something like interactive what navigation bar to your next Flutter project. So I'm gonna introduce you to this, and this is really cool to actually implement. This is was actually influenced by my good developer Daniel, and that was a good project. But this is not yet on the packages or pushback.dev. So I'll be actually linking the code on my GitHub repo so you can get access to it. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so how to actually implement this is really easy. It's like adding a normal package into your project, and all the source code or the files for implementing this is actually all the hard work is done for you. So all what I'm going to teach you today is how to add this to your next Flutter project. Okay, so this one, all the hard part of the animation and everything has been done in this, and it's just a simple package. Good, which is still not on the dev Flutter online system, but you can get this on a GitHub. So then you can add to your project. So you add a 3D package to your project, and this source code I'm gonna leave it on the GitHub repo so you can get access to it. Good. But to implement this in your Flutter project, let's say you have a simple project where you wanna add this this 3D navigation bar, which is really cool. So you can first add this one to your project. That is the box bar.dat to your project. Okay, and then make sure you add your Flutter import. So let me import the Flutter package, and this is using the Flutter material. Yeah, this is material that you add that. Okay, and what you do next is to actually add your main. To it. Okay, and let me do this quickly. Okay, and then we have a run up, and inside the run up, what will be our app? Let me simply call it animated bar. Yes, good. So I just call it animated bar, and then we create this animated bar. Here, let me call this stateless. We use stateless, and this is animated bar. Okay, so we return a material up here, and inside the material app we're gonna add our home, and this home, let's say we're gonna call the home bar page. Yes, and I'm here to add this. So this, we're gonna add a stateful widget here, stateful widget, and then I use this. Okay, so stateful, after adding the stateful widget, we can actually add the title here, which is not really necessary, but a good code practice. So let's say this is 3D animated navigation bar. Okay, good. But you make sure you put this in a quote. Okay. Next, what we'll do is to actually add our scaffold in the stateful. Okay, so here let's return a scaffold here. Scaffold, okay, and inside the scaffold, we don't necessarily need an app bar, but we can add that. Yeah, just the title in the app bar is okay. So app bar, and in the app bar, I'm only gonna add the title. Okay, so title, and then I add a text widget. Text widget. Okay, so in the text widget, what we'll do is to add the same name in here. This will only show in the project, it's not gonna show on the UI, so I add the same name in here, and let me save the project and then try to run to see what we have now. Okay, so as it's running, let me quickly take you through the package if you really want to know more about this. So this is actually a package which not yet uploaded to the poop.dev, and this is actually going to help you implement some nice nice UI on your bottom navigation to be more interactive for your users, and I think it's really cool. So this is actually referring to some files, and this is calling a library, and this library is a flip bar, and this flip box bar is actually here. Yes, and the flip box bar have a lot of a lot of codes for all the animations, and this has been well commented if you really want to get to understand what is happening here. Yeah, all this boilerplate code has been done for you, and this also have the flip bar items, which is actually displaying the sides where you can call the icon, the text, and then the color for the project and the background. Yeah, and this is really cool, implementing your own water widget, and this is also having the construct as a box constraints for all. We have the child, the height, and the controller for the animation. Okay, so there's not much to talk about here, because it's just like including a package in your project. Good. Okay, so now let's get back to the main and how to implement it. So this is still loading, but let me see. I'd like to add this in the center. Yeah, I know it's not gonna show in the center, so let me add center, and then let me set this to true. Let me set this to true. Okay, now let's actually skip the app bar and then try to add our what our navigation bar, and see how this actually looks like in real world. Okay, I close this. Good, so we have this, and how to actually add that is to use the bottom. First we have the bottom navigation bar, but this time around in the normal bottom navigation bar, we need to call bottom navigation bar here, or item like this, but we are not going to do this since this is actually a customized bottom navigation for you to use. So we will use a self-defined bottom navigation bar item, which is called the flip bar. We use the flip box for this one, rather flip box bar for this side, and inside here we actually gonna have the items inside the flip box bar. Okay, so flip box bar, okay, good. let me go down. So in here, what we can do is to actually add the flip bar item. So we add or define flip bar item, which is already in the package. So flip bar item here, and for this it takes two parameter or three. The first one is the icon, so we can simply add icon. You can add icon, image, or whatever, but this project we're gonna use the icon, and then we use the icons widget here. So I call the icon, and this icon, let's use icons dot the first one we use icons dot map. We are using map icon for this, and the next one is the test, and this test will actually have to have the test widget. Yeah, we use the normal test widget, and in the test widget will be the inscription of the icon we are trying to use in our navigation bar. So let's call this map. Yes. So now we have our first one. Let me see. Flip box. Flip box bar. So we can add the flip box bar. Okay. To take care this error, take care of itself. Let me finish with the implementation. So we have flip bar, flip box. Let me change this. We use the flip bar, flip box bar. Let me check this. Okay. Flip box bar. Okay. Okay, yes, we use the flip box bar. Good. So for the flip box bar, inside we'll first have our first item, and this is items, and then we have a flip bar item here. Then we have our icon, and then we include the icons. Then we have the test, and this will be the name of our test icon. And then next, why we are having this is because we have some required in there which we have not included yet in the item, which we must include, otherwise this is going to yell at us. Okay, so let me add all the required stuff we need inside the flipbox bar. First, we should have the front color, and this front color we're gonna call colors dot. We say the first one we're gonna use a blue color, so I only call the blue. And then next is next we need to also add the back color, which has been defined in the package. So back color, and we call colors dot. Let's use a blue accent. Yeah, blue accent is cool. Okay, so next we're gonna have our next what? Our next item, and it's gonna be the same what? Flip item, which we used here. This one. Flip item. So I'm gonna duplicate this. Oh, sorry. One. 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 here now. The next one, let's use add icon for this. So we call the add icon, and the other one, what should we use? No, let me change the color of this. So colors dot, let's use the can, and then the next one, let's actually use the can accent for this. Okay, so the same, but this will be the accent type. Okay, can, good. Next on the list, let's use another icon for this as well. We change the map to, let's use a read here. So we call the read icon. Read more, read more, read more. Let's use this Chrome. We have this icon that looks like the read. We use the Chrome reader mode. Yes, Chrome reader mode for this, so that we can have the read icon. And next we're gonna have to add the name, that is the read, and then let's change the color so that all of the colors will look different and really cool. So this, let's add the orange color to this, orange. Yes, and the next one we use the what, the orange accent. Okay, so if it flips, it should give a different light color. One should be bold and one should be a bit lighter. Okay, then the next one, we're gonna add another what, icon here. So let's say we add in chat icon here. Okay, so let's chat. Oh, why did I always start chat? So we will use the chat, and that's okay. And the color, we have to change the color here so that it looks different. If you use the same color, you're not gonna see the beauty of the bars. Okay, so we use accent for this. All right, let's save this. Okay, so we still have the flip box bar still yelling at us. Okay, let me see this. Oh, flipboard bar. Okay. No, don't add as a dependency. Flipboard bar. Oh, okay. Let me add this. No. View Explorer, and then let me see this package.yaml. There's something wrong here. Let me double check. Well, oh, so I need to add the selected let me check this real quick. Okay, I forgot to actually add the index, which is really important because without the index, it cannot actually know which one to select at any point in time. So it's really important, and it's what? It's actually a required item. That is why it's still yelling at me. So let me add that quickly. But before that, I need to add the variable here. Let me add a variable here first and use that. So I call int select selected. Let me call it int selected index, and this int selected index will be assigned to 0 as the 0 index, and then you copy the variable here, and then you're gonna use it inside a flipbox. But where you need to do that is to actually add it on top of the items. So it goes right on top of the items. So the variable here will be equal to the same variable. So selected index will be appended to what? The selected index as well. And then we need to terminate this. Comma rather. Okay, so now we have the selected index added to it, but we need to actually define a simple word, a simple onChange, and this is very important. onChange, and this will actually call the set state for it to know which one is selected at a time and rebuild the bar navigation so that the animation can scroll and show smoothly on the screen. So here let's use on index change. Yes, on index change. So when there is a change in the index, what should happen? So we say new index, okay, and for this new index we'll have a function in here, and then we'll call the set state here. For the set state, we'll call the same variable that is the selected index, and that will be assigned to this parameter, which will be holding our next updated index in memory. Perfect. So the error is off and everything is good now. So now let me run this and then see what we have on the screen. Good. So you need to make sure all required are being added, otherwise it's gonna yell at you because most of the things here are required inside the package. Okay, so this is actually what we get for the implementation. Good, but you can add more of this, okay, like depending on the size of your screen. So now we have 4 here. We have the map, we have the add, we have the read. You see how it's navigating, really cool. But we can add extra one here. You can copy this depending on how you want it to look. So I copy and paste this, and then I can change the icon to probably anything that comes up first. So I can use the AC unit, and then I call this unit. So whatever, you can even add icon images, and that is perfectly fine, but you need to play with the colors in order to actually show the beauty. So let me use probably a purple here, purple accent for the other one, but I use just purple here. Okay, then I use purple accent for here for this side, so I take off the accent. Okay, I save, and then this should be 5. There's an error. What went wrong? Okay, we have unit petrol. There's an index invalid, not included range 0 to 3. Okay, so why it's yelling is that, let me see. Let me end this and rebuild the whole thing. So we set the index to 0, so this should work fine. So new index, flip bar item, icon text, font, back color. Back color, and then we have the set state selected index, and then new index. Okay, so as you can see, we have the first icon for the flip bar item. For each of them have the icon. Then you can have your text, and then using the text widget, and then you can have your first color, that is the front color, and the next one will be the back color. So front, when it flips, then it goes to the back color. When it's stable, then it will show the front color. Yeah, so that is why we have to actually add this as a required. And this also need a test, but you can ignore the test if you take out the required from the package, and you can also ignore some of this. But depending on how you want to customize it, you can step into the code and then do the customization. Yeah, so basically that's what I have for you for today, and I think this is really amazing to implement in your upcoming project, and add some animated, user-friendly, and really interactive to the users. Add some flesh to your project. Yeah, so if you have any comment, you can actually leave it down below, and if you have any question, you can also leave it down below. If you're wanting to implement something in your Flutter project and you're finding it a bit difficult, you can also leave it down below, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible and do whatever we can to help you. Okay, so I added the 5 and I rebuilt the whole app again, and it's really okay now. So everything is actually okay now. So as many as you want, you can actually add it. So depending on how you want it to show, then you can leave the number of what buttons you want to add. So I'm gonna stop this video, and I'll actually recommend you to subscribe to our channel if you are actually always studying Flutter and also wanting to master Flutter. You can always get back to this video tutorials we have on the channel, and then you can actually watch and then ask questions. We're gonna add more other videos to our YouTube channel, so we'll also like you to subscribe. Peace. I'm out.